So to start, what is financial instruments? So financial instrument is an agreement between two parties, can take form of ownership of an asset, represent a loan, and possibly it can represent stake in a legal entity. Okay, so stake in legal entity, this would form part of your common shares, preferred shares. So you have stake, you have interest on the company, and you have risk over the company. Represent a loan, this could be, can form part of an indebtedness. This can represent a bank loan, bonds, short-term loans, like that. Okay, can take form of ownership of an asset, since if you have stake on a legal entity, so partly you are owner, you are an owner of that company. So you have authority over some of the premises or the assets of the company. You have a say at this. Okay. Next, financial instrument duration. When you talk about short-term financial instrument, this is usually less than a year. Okay, and compare it to long-term, this would be more than a year, 10 years, 5 years, depending on what would be the period of funding. Okay, kung ano yung project or what would be the subject matter of the fund. Okay, so para saan ba gagamitin yung inutang na pera? So depende. If the project is 2 years, then it will be 2 years. 5 years, 5 years. Okay. Okay. Now, when we talk about short-term financial instruments, again, this is less than a year. We have 4 possible examples here. We have commercial paper, money market, deposit, short-term lending. Under deposit, no need to discuss this. Very self-explanatory. Your money in the bank is a financial instrument. It's just a deposit. You don't really have the money itself, but you have the record and you have a proof that you have that money. Makes it a financial instrument. What I would like to discuss would be these 3: commercial paper, money market, and short-term lending. Let's start with money market. Money market, very simple, almost similar to your marketable securities and short-term investment. What you see on your balance sheet examples in our previous basic accounting topics. Okay? Now, money market, very highly liquid assets wherein you can invest your money for 2 months, similar to time deposit. The return is not too high, but there is no risk at all, or minimal risk. Okay? Minimal or no risk at all. It will only give you a payout of 1% to 2%, very small amount. However, ginagamit pa rin ba to? Yeah, it's because the 1% and 2% medyo malaki pa rin yun when we consider managing cash. Okay? 1% of 1 million is how much? That's 10,000. Okay, in 1 month. Malaki ba yung 10,000 in 1 month? Sa iba, hindi. Pero if you are going to think about it, malaki yung 1% pagdating sa malaking amount. So money market, this is the place where you park your money so that you can preserve its value and earn something, kahit little. Okay? Now, commercial paper, this might be new to you. However, this commercial paper is very simple. Companies, entities borrow money, okay? They call it commercial paper. How can you distinguish this from other indebtedness? Commercial paper are usually to address short-term obligations such as payroll, short-term taxes, or some seasonal expenditures. Okay? So again, this is a short-term financial instrument, therefore payable within a year. Then we also have the short-term lending. Short-term lending can be in the form of credit card, okay? Small loan sharks, mga payroll, what do you call this, yung mga nagpapautang. Minsan, meron kayong possible matanggap sa text na as low as 0.99% you can borrow 50% of the salary that you are earning. So kung 20,000, you can borrow 10,000 for only 99.99%. So that's yun yung short-term lending. Mga very, some call this, some of them are informal lending. But in professional lending, ayun yung may mga paper trails, may pipirmahan ka lang, show some proof of income, then okay na. Okay? Now, we are talking about the perspective of the entity. Then, this or all of this, we are talking about the possible source of funding. Okay? Deposit is the savings of the company or the money collected by the company. Money market is also some of the money market. If when you put your money and earn something in return. Okay, commercial paper, we talk about indebtedness. Okay, however, in short-term setup or payroll and short-term lending, almost similar to commercial paper, however, more of informal setting.